Hello everybody, we are back with our social science class where we were doing geography, life in tropical and subtropical regions. This will be my video number 3 in which we will be discussing about the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. In video number 1, we discussed about what are we going to study in this chapter. I gave you an idea about what are tropical regions, what are subtropical regions. Then in video number 2, we discussed in detail about the Amazon basin which comes under the tropical region. In my today's video, we will be discussing about the Ganga Brahmaputra basin which comes under the subtropical region. So first we will be, here also we will be going in the same way. We will first see its location and extent. Then we will be studying about its climatic conditions, about the flora and fauna, and then we will be discussing about the people and their economic activities of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So the subtropical region in India, it consists of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. The rivers, the tributaries of the river Ganga and Brahmaputra, they together form the Ganga Brahmaputra basin in India. Now, where does it stretches to? So, the Ganga Brahmaputra plain, it stretches in the east-west direction between the Himalayas in the north and the peninsular plateaus in the south. This I am telling you about the location, about the extent of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So, it stretches in the east-west direction between the Himalayas in the north and the peninsular plateaus in the south. It occupies the large part of the subtropical India, this we have already studied, and the nearly whole of Bangladesh. So, these both Ganga and Brahmaputra, they originate from Himalayas. Okay, these both river, they both originate from Himalayas and they drain into the Bay of Bengal near Sundarban Delta. So, it goes a long journey, it covers a long journey before it drains into Bay of Bengal near Sundarban Delta. Clear? Clear about its location and extent? What did you understand? First of all, the important thing is that the tributaries of river Ganga and tributaries of river Brahmaputra, they together form the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Then this Ganga Brahmaputra plain, it stretches in the east-west direction between the Himalayas in the north and the peninsular plateaus in the south. Then this Ganga and Brahmaputra, they both originate from the Himalayas and they get drained into Bay of Bengal near Sundarban Delta. Clear? This is all about the map of the places where this Ganga river and the Brahmaputra river, they flows. This is about the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Now coming to the climatic conditions of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Talking about the climatic condition, this region experiences monsoon type of climate. What did we discuss about the climatic condition in the Amazon basin? What type of climate that is experienced? Equatorial type of climate, right? You remember that? So, when we talk about Ganga Brahmaputra basin, it experiences monsoon type of climate. Now, what is monsoon type of climate? How is this type of climate characterized? So, monsoon type of climate means hot summers, wet monsoons and cold winters. Okay. Here the Himalayan mountain area, they have steep slopes and rough terrain. Therefore, less people stay at this place. Then when these two rivers reaches the plain area due to fertile soil, it brings the fertility to that and make the land suitable for human settlement. And one more thing is here that the climate here is tolerable in all seasons. Okay, if we talk about the climate of Ganga Brahmaputra basin, it is tolerable in all the season. So, what did you understand in the climate of Ganga Brahmaputra basin? First of all, it experiences monsoon type of climate. What is monsoon type of climate? Hot summers, wet monsoons and cold winters. Then the most of the rainfall here, it takes place during the monsoon season only. And the climate here is tolerable in all the seasons. Clear? Then coming to the flora and fauna of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. See here, the forest in this region are mostly tropical deciduous. Okay, if we talk about the forest, you will find here three types of forest. You will find here tropical deciduous forest, you will find mangrove forest, and you will find in some parts like in Uttarakhand and Sikkim, you will also find coniferous forest. Okay, so the important, these were the forests which are found here. Then the important trees which you will find here would be sal, teak, peepal and bamboo. These are some of the trees, the important trees which are found here. Plus a number of forests have been cleared, to provide the land for agriculture, so that agriculture can happen there. Talking about the wildlife, there are many national parks and wildlife sanctuaries here in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Some of the animals that are found here are elephants, rhinoceros, tigers, deer and monkeys. Then you also have in the delta region, when we talk about the delta region, you will have Royal Bengal tigers, you will have crocodiles and alligators. Not only this, you will also find some variety of fishes over here like catla, hilsa. These are some of type of fishes which are found here. This was about the flora and fauna. Now coming to the people and their economic activities. First of all, here the mountain areas, I have already told you that they have steep slopes, therefore less number of people live in the mountain area. Okay, whereas the plain area, it provides the most suitable land, therefore the density of population is high in the plain area. Clear? Now talking about the occupation here, the main occupation is agriculture. So there are various reasons why agriculture is practiced here, or there are various geographical advantages which favor agriculture. Like the climate here, first of all, the soil here is very fertile. Also the climate region, it makes the region favorable for agriculture. So these are two major points why here most of the people they practice or they do agriculture. Now talking about the crops which are grown here is, main crop which is grown here would be rice paddies. Other crops which are grown here is wheat, gram, millets, maize. Now why is the rice main crop? Why do you think that rice is the main crop which is grown here? The reason behind is the monsoon type of climate only. The monsoon type of climate and fertile soil, it is best for the growth of rice. Okay. Then here they have well developed system of transport and communication. In the plains there is a dense network of roads and railways which connects various parts of the region. Clear? Clear about the people of Ganga Brahmaputra basin? Let us just recall all the points that we have done in this topic. So we started our topic with the location and extent of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin, in which I told you that tributaries of river and tributaries of Ganga, they join together, they form Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Both this Ganga river and Brahmaputra river, they originate from Himalayas and it covers a long journey before it drains into Bay of Bengal near Sundarban Delta. This was the map which I showed, where I showed you about the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Just have a look on this map. Then we discussed about the climatic conditions, where I told you here the monsoon type of climate is there. This area, this region, it experiences monsoon type of climate, which means hot summers, wet monsoons and cold winters. Clear? After that we moved to flora and fauna, where I told you that there are three major forests which are found here, which is tropical deciduous, then coniferous and the mangrove forest. However, many of the forest area, it have been cleared so that land can be available for agriculture. Important trees which are found here are sal, teak, peepal and bamboo. Then there is a good wildlife also. There are many national parks, many wildlife sanctuaries also in this region. Some of the important animals which are found here are elephants, rhinoceros, tigers, deers and monkey. Talking about the people and their economic activities, I told you mountainous areas, they have steep slope, they have rough terrain. That is why less number of people stay there. But plains, they have the suitable land, therefore the density of population is high over there. After that, I told you here the main occupation is agriculture. Why agriculture? Because here the soil is also very fertile, plus the climatic condition also favors the agriculture. Then I told you about the main crops which are grown here. So there are other crops also which are grown like wheat, gram, millets, maize. But apart from this, the main crop which is grown here is the rice paddy. I also gave you the reason why rice is the main crop, because the monsoon type of climate and the fertile soil is best for the growth of rice. This was all about what type of occupation and crops which is grown here. Then I told you about the transport and communication, that this area it has a well developed system of transport and communication. In the plains there is a dense network of roads and railways which connects to various parts of the region. This was all about Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Now based on our today's class, I have a short assignment for you which you have to do it in your copy. So this is assignment number 2. Question number 1. How can you describe the monsoon type of climate? Like what are the characteristics of the monsoon type of climate? Question number 2. Mention the most important occupation of the people of the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. We have already discussed about occupation. So what do you think is the main occupation of the people of this area? Question number 3. What are the types of forests found in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin? If you can recall, I told you 3 different types of forests which are found here. You only have to write the names of those forests. I hope everything is clear. Please go through the video once again. Try to understand whatever point I have covered in this video. Take care. We'll be back soon with another chapter. Okay. Bye students. Take care.